Right, good morning everyone. Yeah, so second video. Actually, it's been very hard to try to decide what the second video would be to follow up the first one, because I got so many, or I have these different ideas that I want to try out, but never know which ones to come first. So I've actually decided to just go with the one thing that I've thought for the longest. That most anyone who's ever gone for a coffee with me, probably I would have mentioned to them. If you were at all interested in anything, I would have been like, well, this is my opinion on how you get better. And I guess this is what the YouTube is kind of about. It's I'll just walk you through that. It's just a beautiful rainy Sunday morning on Fisher Beach. You probably can't see anything out there, but yeah, it's just a stunning morning, and I thought I'd come do this. It's Sunday. It's now just after 7:30, and I thought I'd just do this quickly. So what is the one thing I've been talking about for the longest amount of time? It's that, well, a deep thing I feel is that everyone has the power to improve themselves exponentially, or even slightly, that then change things over time. And call it self-help, call it whatever you want, but I think constructive thoughts in how to improve yourself is something that everyone needs to think about, professionally, personally, physically. It's these things that you need to do in order to get better. So what are they? So I think life can be broken up, or not life. In general, any kind of interaction and things like that, whether it be sales, whether it be marketing, whether it be any sort of skill, comes down to three basic skills. And it's the ability to read. And it's not necessarily reading as in actually looking at words. It's actually how I mean reading is the ability to absorb information or to listen. So I would say if you're sitting in a lecture, you're actually reading in that context where you're listening to someone talk, you're taking in that information, all right? So information absorption, or being able to find information. Anyway, let's call it reading. Then the second one is to think. Oh, now that's a pretty obvious one, but I always said it was basically to read and to philosophize. But we'll call it thinking, which basically means taking in this information that you've now absorbed because you've done step one, and then you make an actual real thought process or mental construction and think through what the information you've thought for yourself. So it's not to just absorb information and think that's the way to do it. It's actually to think through it and see whether that's actually how you feel it should be, or any improvements in like. So there we go. So that's the think. Then the third one is to write. And I don't mean pen on paper, which it should be to practice, but I mean it's the ability to communicate an idea back. So and it's the basic tenets that we practice in school, but it's never verbalized like this, which I think is crazy. But so to write is to be able to express an idea so another human being can understand it, which is fundamentally the most important thing we do on a daily basis. When we're kids, we cry so that we can express hunger so we can survive. In order for businesses to work, they need to express why their product is better than another person's product. If you're in a relationship, you need to express emotionally how you feel, therefore someone else can care for you. So it's a fundamental thing that I don't think a lot of us, or at least I haven't found it, like it's just three things that you need to work on, and all these things scale together. So if you can read a lot but you never think about it and you never write about it, then it's pointless. If you can think a lot but you never have anything to think about because you never read and you never talk about it to someone else, then what's the point? And if you can only ever write, you're only ever talking about things that don't really matter, and that for me is frightening, because then this person is just having a following but he has nothing value to say. And I think it's an important thing. So they all scale together. So the more you read, the more you have to think about. The better you are thinking about it, the better you can write. And the better you're at writing is the better the loop will go, because you'll be able to communicate ideas more effectively. And that is the end goal. The end goal is to be able to talk to someone and express, because how many times do you as an individual have this deep feeling about something and you're just like, and you can't really express it, and then you get frustrated and you can't do it. So yeah, those are my three things. So just run over them lightly again. The ability to read, absorb information, to listen. If anyone's been in a relationship, they know the importance of listening, as well as just in school. All right. Two, the ability to think, the ability to empathize, to sympathize, to think about what this means. To really create a mental construct is so important, and to think effectively and with purpose is just huge. And then the last one being the ability to write. To communicate. I've got I think last time I counted, I've got about six notebooks that would have filled up over the last 4 years of just thoughts, maybe 5 years. You know, I've got tons of videos. So the ability to write. So those are the things you should work on in any capacity in your life, because you can never get better. You can never get too good at it. And if you're struggling with how to get like because it's a big deal, because the last step probably takes the biggest confidence, is to know what you're talking about, know what it is, and bounce it off people, and just start with a friend. So yeah, 3 skills I really think everyone should work on. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, I'd like to know why. And yeah, enjoy the up and coming week. It's a Sunday. My work day start on Sundays. But yeah, have a great day, week, year, life. Cheers.